if we go back to before they even laid hands on Jesus, we'll find that in the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus took with him Peter, John, and James. Is that right? Peter, John, and James. Now, James, we talked about faith and we talked about love, but James was with Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane, and he represents wisdom. Is that right? So now faith, love, and wisdom are at the Garden of Gethsemane before they've even laid a hand on it. But now over here at the tomb, we've got Peter, John, and Mary. Mary is not considered to be what James was over here, but in fact, Mary, this disciple of Jesus, is here. Not only is she here, she represents a devoted kind of wisdom. James represents wisdom, but Mary represents a different kind of wisdom. Mary over here represents the kind of wisdom that is devoid of this sense of desire when it is very personal. The intuitive nature has to be transformed in a way in which is not just looking for selfish things. See, when God starts working with you, when God starts talking to you, God does so through your intuition. But your intuition can be confused depending upon what's happening in your life. See, so Mary is a little confused. Women, don't ever let anybody tell you that you don't belong. That you don't belong among the disciples. Men, don't ever let anybody tell you that women don't belong among the disciples. Because here it is. It's the heightened emotion with the right devotion that's the first to really see the Christ. Mary Magdalene was the first to see the resurrected Christ. It was not Peter, and it was not John. It was this Sophia, this wisdom, this intuition, this woman, this mother that was the first to see the resurrected Christ. And so as you work on seeing your resurrected Christ, you have to shake past sometimes your masculine stuff. You know what I'm saying? You have to be willing to get beyond me. And I guess I'm really sort of talking to the men. Men, you have to be able to shake off your masculine stuff sometimes. Oh. We're going into a space where the dynamic of leadership has changed. And just because it has changed physically, that can give us an inclination that we might be able to deal differently with the feminine aspect of ourselves as it shows up. Because a man is leading it, it does not mean that we will deal any differently with women. See, the fact that a man is leading it means that we must be ever the more committed to the feminine expression and when it shows up. Women, don't ever let that turkey treat you in any way that is not acceptable to your divine emotional nature. We're talking about a resurrected experience. If that turkey does not know how to handle you, then find yourself an ego. There are no excuses. There are no excuses for the masculine expression to mishandle the feminine expression. See, and men, if you find that you don't know how to, then don't take it out on anybody else. Get in touch with yourself. Get your mind right. Because when you go to the tomb, you might be looking for one thing. But if she hangs around here long enough, she will learn that whatever it is that is unlike the nature of God that's trying to show up, she does not have to accept. Get it together. So, where are you supposed to be? What do you expect to see? Who is that calling thee? Mary, in her experience, did not know that she was in the presence of that which she was seeking. She was looking for something. And it wasn't until she got the call that she realized that Christ was right there the whole time. See, sometimes it's not until you get the call that you realize the Christ is there. But oftentimes we don't hear the call because our minds are busy. See, even then her mind was busy. Her intuition or your intuition might be busy. If your intuition is busy, how in the world is God supposed to get through to you? You have to clear the channels. You have to sometimes turn the station off. See, if the common demonstration of this is we always talk about how GCI is present right here, right now. You can pick up GCI, you can pick up V103, you can pick up jazz, you can pick up the loop, you can pick up whatever. You can pick it all up right here, right now. But you can also pick up this whispering of the still small voice. If the radio is too loud, you might not be able to receive that which is intending to feed your intuition. You have to be open. And once she got past her mourning, once she got past what she was seeing, then she could hear. And when she heard it, he asked her, "Why are you weeping?" And then he asked her a second question that's perhaps even more profound than the first. He asked, "Who are you looking for?" Now, why is that question profound? Because it's the exact same question that Jesus asks of the disciples at the beginning of his earthly human ministry. And so in the resurrection, your ministry does not stop. In the resurrection, your Christ expression is not just going to go. Your Christ expression still has work to do. In the resurrection, more is expected of you, not less. In the resurrection, it's time for you to be open at a different and greater level. In the resurrection, you will find that you can do more and be more than you were before. In the resurrection, you will find that the limitations that bound you at one time can hold you no more. In the resurrection, the call is still the same. Who are you looking for? See, if you're looking for the dead Jesus, you're not going to find the dead Jesus among the dead. You have to look among the living to find the resurrected Jesus.